what's going on? It's episode 1 of Favors. We're going to dive in. This first episode, I am a coward. I am a coward. And if you have to say it, you can say it to yourself as well. There's some way, because I stand tall on the whole no fear thing, and I'm not afraid of anything, and that's just, the mentality that I have. But after taking a mental inventory and just general thoughts on my life, I did realize that there are a few things I'm afraid of outside of family members and things of that nature, because that's generally a man's weakness, and a lot of people will probably know that or try to exploit it. But that's why you have to be willing to do anything for your family, to protect, to provide for your family. That's what a man should do, to protect and provide for his family. That's the strength that we should have. So the failure aspect doesn't fall into there. The fear of actually failing as a person is a fear that I feel makes me a coward. It's the fear of not reaching perfection, or whatever as close to perfection as you can get. It's the fear of not being ultimately successful. It's those underlying moments where the fear of not being the greatest that you can be kind of sink in. And it takes a hold of you. It takes a hold of you. I don't want to lose. I don't want to be afraid of anything, but I also have the fear of leaving this earth and not amounting to anything. Not leaving a legacy behind and it's almost an ego thing where you're thinking about what people think of you, but it's also leaving a legacy for your children, if you have children, or just leaving a legacy for your name, for your namesake, to have some type of pride behind it, or impacting the world in a positive way to where you made a change, or you were able to help even whether it's a handful of people or millions of people. It's just the positive impact aspect of it. And that's where my fear sets in. I would love to help multitudes of people. One of my goals is to help multitudes of people. But when you're living an average life, just what we would define as regular, it gets difficult to get to that point. You feel like, where am I going wrong? What am I doing wrong? What can I do to make it right? What am I missing? What resources am I missing? What can I do to make myself better, to make myself valuable, so I can have a valuable contribution to give to the world? My cowardice did not allow me to see the vision. Well, previously. My cowardice limited me in a sense of destined for failure. Oh my God, which way to go? That is foolish. That is a shell that needs to be broken out of so your wings can spread. That fear, that doubt, that uncertainty that you have, I don't care how old you are, whether you're 5 years old and you have a fear of the monster that's lingering in somewhere in your room, or you're 75 years old and you're afraid that you did not do enough. You need to take the time to think about the changes that you can make, because life is an endless stream of opportunity, no matter what age you are. From 5 to 15 to 25, 35, etc. Once you reach that threshold of understanding, it happens for everyone differently. Some must seek it. Some, you wake up one day and it just grabbed you, and you have an enlightenment, an understanding of, whoa. It's like that breaking out of the whole Matrix thing and that whole, concept, things like that. Excuse me. that whole concept. It's getting that understanding. I was a coward. I was afraid of not reaching my full potential. I was afraid of failing. I was afraid until I began believing in myself, telling myself. And it's not just telling yourself these things. It's not just believing in yourself. It's not just giving yourself that hope, because that hope can quickly become false hope. But it's about taking action. It's about building better habits. And it gets difficult when you do have people around you, whether it's friends or family around you, that may not be taking those steps as well. And that's that whole go ghost mentality, where you need to sometimes put yourself in that box by yourself before you end up in that box by yourself, to get to that place where you say, hold on, I need to build better habits, better routines, better lifestyles, where it's not just about the mundane activity, and it's not just about the low standards, low quality of life that you may have been living. It's about striving for more, not just in a vanity aspect, but in terms of knowledge, in terms of health, in terms of hygiene, in terms of speech, in terms of knowledge, in terms of skill, whatever it may be, where you need to enhance your life. You need to take the first step and break out of that coward's corner. Welcome to Capitalist Corner. But seriously, break out of that shell, because that shell will do nothing for you. You may think it's protecting you because you're not putting yourself out there, but the fear is what's destroying you. And I'm not telling you to go out there, go crazy, go here, go there, go everywhere. No, it's still that internal journey of bettering yourself to unlock the best person that you can be for yourself as well as others. You never know who you might speak with and you might help their day. I've spoken to countless strangers randomly, sober and a little turned. And at the end of the conversation, we both left with something, and other parties involved left with something, whether we imparted knowledge or an empathetic ear. It's those moments that you learn that life is more than just that bubble you're in. You have to make yourself better. The pressure's going to be on. If you want to be rich, you're going to have to work for it. You want wealth, you're going to have to work for it. You want knowledge, you're going to have to work for it. You want a skill, you're going to have to work for it. You're going to have to learn for it. Each of these aspects require learning. A daily dose of learning. You want better habits, you have to learn different things to replace those habits, to incorporate those habits. You have to learn discipline. You have to learn having a positive mentality as opposed to being pessimistic when you feel like, oh my God, I've had those moments. We've all had those moments. But it's about breaking out of that shell and saying, hold on a second. That glass is half full and I'm going to fill it. Until next time, we're going to keep working towards filling these glasses of ours, filling our glasses until we're able to pour into the glasses of others. This is what we're here for. I need a favor.